warm up. All right, happy Monday, everybody. This is lit, so no jumping, low impact. You can even do this barefoot if you want. We're gonna do sort of a yoga sculpt style yoga sculpt style workout. Let's go ahead and start with a quick warm up. So we're gonna have those feet nice and wide, and we're gonna drop down into a nice wide squat, down and up for 30 seconds here. So we're gonna take sort of the balance aspect of yoga and add weights to it to add a little bit of strength. So you're gonna get a little bit of everything in this workout today. Upper and lower body and some core. Keeping that chest up. As we drop into those squats, we got a couple more seconds here. Final 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to open one leg, draw a big circle with that knee and drop back into your squat and then switch. So alternate. Lift and circle. So we really want to open up those hips. Big circle lift and drop. Nice. It's almost like a nice big plie squat. Big reach, circle, and drop. We're gonna do a couple more here. And then we'll go into a lunge. Warm up that core a little bit more. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. All right. Take a step forward, make sure you have room behind you. We're gonna go ahead and step back with that right leg. Reach those arms up, inhale. Exhale, step together and switch. Other leg. Just reaching those arms up. Maybe taking a little mini back bend there if that feels good. Warming up the spine. Big reach and lift. Now this time, with that right leg stepping back, I just want you to reach your right arm over to the opposite side and then switch. So now we're getting into that side body. Big reach. Step back, hold that lunge and reach. Let's do one more on each side. Reach. Last one. All right, so we're now going to do something similar, but just on the floor. So go ahead and walk out to a plank position. Come on down onto the floor. We're gonna hold this plank for 8, 7, 6, tucking those hips under, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels here for just a moment. And then we're gonna take that right leg up, straight up to the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, place that foot in between your hands. You can drop that back knee or keep it up. And you're gonna reach and twist with that right arm. Big reach and twist. Go ahead and come back to down dog. Switch and do the other leg. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. You can drop that back knee or keep it up. Reach and twist. So we're gonna do 2 more of these on each side. So going at your own pace, reaching that leg, taking a big step, low lunge, reach and twist. Perfect. Inhale and exhale. Really wanting to open up those hips. You're gonna do 1 more on each side. Once you are done with the 2 more on your side, you're just gonna hang out in that plank. We'll hold that plank 1 more time. Find that plank, hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down to your chest and belly. Arms by your side. We're gonna lift up on that inhale. Arms, legs, everything lifts off the floor. Exhale, lower. Do it again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. As high as you can. Exhale, lower. And again, lift. And lower. Let's do 4 more. So locust pose. Warming up all those back muscles. 3 more. Lift up. lower. Last two, and lower. One more, we're gonna hold this last one. Keep your gaze down on the floor. Hold it, lift as high as you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Place those hands underneath your shoulders, tap the toes, press up and back. Find a quick child's pose here. And just go ahead and shift your weight from side to side. Quick little stretch. And then come up to tabletop. We'll do 2 cat-cows to finish up the stretch. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. And exhale, round the spine. And let's do it one more time. Get a nice good stretch for that lower back. Perfect. Let's find our downward facing dog. One more time. Pedal out those heels. Lift up way back here. And then inhale, lower those knees. Exhale, let's roll up to standing. Head comes up last. Couple shoulder rolls at the top. And then stretch out anything else that you need to. We're gonna get started. So our first circuit, we've got 4 exercises. 3 of them are unilateral, so we'll just be working on one side. And then the second time we come around, we'll do the other side. So again, light weights for this one. We're starting in Warrior 2 for our first exercise. And we'll start with that right leg out. Although it doesn't really matter because we'll do both sides. Right leg out. And the first movement, we're gonna hold, remember, again, light weights. You want them right here, almost as if you're showing everyone your biceps, your muscles. You're gonna keep them by your ears. We're gonna do a side bend. So you're gonna stay in this Warrior 2 position. You're gonna do a side bend, extend that arm for a little bonus, and then come back up. So it almost looks like extended side angle, right? So if you want a little extra shoulder work, but maybe we're working on that core because of that side bend. So 45 seconds, then we'll move on to exercise 2, okay? We're starting in 3, 2, we'll hear it, and let's go. Okay, so weights are here, find your Warrior 2. Now it's just the side body that moves and not the legs. So you almost wanna lower the elbow to your leg. Once you're there, fully extend the arm, and then slowly come back up. So you wanna be careful with this one. A lot of core and back, so you wanna move slowly. Side bend, extend. Side bend, extend. So it's just my side body moving, not moving those hips, not moving my legs, but starting that nice wide stance. Lower, reach. If you don't wanna add that reach, you're just doing, that side bend. You should feel those obliques working, right? And stop. At 45 seconds, it goes by quickly. We're gonna switch and do the other side, Warrior 2, but we're doing a different arm movement. So keeping those light weights, right here, you're gonna bow and arrow, and then we're gonna come into a reverse warrior. So come on down here, bow and arrow, bring it up, pull it back, straighten your leg, and reach that left arm up. And then just repeat the sequence. So open and reverse that warrior. So here the leg is moving. If you wanted to, pull it back. So a lot of arms and shoulders. Just make sure you're using light weights here. We're about halfway. Take your glance or your gaze up at that arm as it goes back. Perfect, yep. Nice and slow. So we're working the core the whole time. We're hitting that hard first. Pull those abs in towards your spine. Keep going. We have 3 more seconds and we come to a warm-up movement. All right, perfect. Okay, warm-up movement is our locust pose, but it's weighted. So you're down with those light weights. So take a look at my screen. You lift up and lower. Arms stay straight, so come on down. We're working those triceps. Ready, set, go. Lift up as high as you can, exhale, lower. Now, just adding that little bit of weight makes a big difference. You're gonna feel it towards the end of the 45 seconds. So keeping that chin down, nice and strong. Now this movement will change each round. Keep going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You wanna take it nice and slow. We're a little more than halfway there, and then we're gonna move on to our last exercise before we go back and do the other side. Keep going, 10 seconds. Keep those arms straight, keep your legs straight. Wait for that ding. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Take note of the weight. All right, and slowly press yourself up. Now, maybe that was a little too heavy or a little too light. Adjust for the next time. All right, so here's our next one. Also working those triceps. Similar to that warm-up, we step back, reach, and then a kick back. So let's start with that right leg. Step back with the right leg, reach over, tricep kick back. Step up, step back. Just that right side is what we're working. So adding that balance, woo, with that step back, taking it nice and slow. Now remember with those triceps, you want those elbows nice and high here, right? Again, light weights, keep going, I'll show you from the front view. Now the last 10 seconds, we're just gonna stay in this lunge. So just stay in this lunge. Reach to the side, kick back. Stay in your lunge as low as you can. Reach to the side, kick back, feel that burn, and done. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do the same thing, we're gonna do this a bunch of times. We're just doing the other side. So now we're we're just gonna open up for that left side, warrior two, side bend. So the arm movements stay the same, side bend, but now we're hitting that other side. Now that right arm is extending up. Now this warrior two, our legs don't move, and we sort of stay put in this pose, right? Core doing all the work. So it's side bend, lift, add a bonus, extend that arm. That's a little too much on those shoulders this morning. You can take that away. Keep going. Core nice and strong. We don't want any arch in that back. Want you to make sure you're pushing into your back leg just as much as your front. You got about 5 seconds left. Big bend, reaching that elbow to your thigh. And done, perfect. Okay, back to the bow and arrow, but now with the other hip open. So now it's that right leg. Arms start straight like this. So bow and arrow, and then we come back to that peaceful warrior. Let's go. So bow and arrow, I want you to sort of break that, elbow comes through and back. And then as you lift up, you can straighten that front leg. Come back into warrior two. Open up. Reach up and back. Woo. Keep going. You want those arms to stay about shoulder height. If they start to drop, maybe a little too heavy, keep them at that shoulder height and go slow for everything. Keep that core nice and strong. And you want that knee just right on top of that toe or almost in line with that big toe. Woo. Keep going. Couple more seconds. We have a little push-up coming up next. Chaturanga. Woo! Okay, so we will come back to that locust pose, but let's do our chaturanga, down dog. So sequence, down dog, plank, chaturanga. And then baby cobra, come back up. Okay, 45 seconds, just body weight. You're gonna come forward to your plank, lower knees and chest. We're gonna flatten those toes, lift up baby cobra, and then come on back. Woo, and you're just gonna repeat that cycle and sequence. Okay, not too fast. Same thing, you wanna take it at sort of a moderate, slower pace. Okay, those elbows need to stay in, right, for that chaturanga, which is, you're essentially getting a tricep push-up. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. Tucking those hips under. Nice and strong, we got a couple more seconds. And we come back up to our lunge and reach. Come on up. Woo. Again, grabbing those light weights. Already starting to sweat a little bit. So we were doing that right leg. So now it's gonna be that left leg. We step back, just like the warm up, adding that kick back. Here we go, left leg, step back. Hold it, reach to the side, stay here, and then hinge back for that tricep kick back. Repeat. Big step back, high lunge. Woo, side reach, kick back. Core needs to be nice and strong. We're doing so much core in each movement. So make sure, hello, unlike me, make sure, focus on one thing in front of you to keep that balance. Last 10, let's just stay low in this lunge. Reach and kick back. Stay low. So you want to think of stitching that rib cage together, tucking those hips. And 1. Woo, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna go through that one more time through on each side, okay? So shake it out, about 8 more seconds. So right leg out, warrior 2, the very first one that we started with our side bend. So we do our side bend, reach. So second time through on that first side that we started with. So maybe this time around, you grab something a little bit heavier, or maybe you just get a little bit deeper into that warrior 2 position. So especially for this one, really engage those core muscles. Imagine you're wearing like a corset or something, right? Maybe not the most comfortable thing, but just to help you be more aware of those muscles. Almost think of wearing that. That will get you to engage those core muscles, tuck the pelvis a little bit. All right, woo. Okay, other side warrior 2. It's back to that bow and arrow. So those arms start out here. We pull it back, bow and arrow. And then we go to that peaceful warrior. Ready, set, go. Bow and arrow, open up. Take it up and back, straighten that leg, reset. Nice and low, warrior 2. Bow and arrow, pull. At any point, adjust those weights. Maybe it's just body weight. You'll feel that burn as well. Woo. Make sure you're pushing into that back foot just as much as that front. Keep going, less than 20. Nice and slow, inhale, exhale. You extend those arms a little straighter. Good, take that gaze up and back. Nice and slow. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. So those weights, they should be starting to feel heavy. Let's come down and do our locust pose. Back to that first one. Arms by your side. We just lift and lower, nice and slow. In 3, 2, let's go. Lift and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So holding those weights, keeping those arms stick straight. Also your legs. Take it nice and slow. Make sure those legs stay straight and that you're lifting from those hips, that your glutes are doing the work here. So this is going to be a small motion. We're not getting a ton of space here as we lift or a ton of height. Inhale, exhale. Arms nice and straight. You got less than 10 seconds. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. Couple more seconds, chin down. All right, come on up, let's lunge. We're going back to that first side we started with, that right leg. So let's step back, lunge, right side, right arm reaches to the side, and then our kick back. Let's go, step back, right leg, right arm reaches to that left side, hinge for your kick back. Repeat. So we add the step for most of the 45 seconds. Break it up here nice and slow. This is a big step back, biggest that you can do. Challenge that balance. And then really squeezing your core here and bringing those elbows up. Couple more seconds. Last time we're just gonna stay in that lunge. Okay, just stay in your lunge. Reach and extend. Drop an inch lower. Reach, good. Couple more seconds, drop an inch lower. And done. Woo! Shake it out. Okay, one more time through, then we get a break. So from the top, we start with that left. Ooh, it's our side bend. One more time on this side. Here we go. Find that warrior 2, tucking those hips before you start. and then add that side bend. Remember this one, I want you to take nice and slow. Maybe extend that arm, maybe you don't. Come back up. Whew. So here we're working also those lats, this space right here, right? So think of stitching that rib cage to your hip as you're coming up. But I don't want you to forget about this back leg and all the work that it's doing. It's easy to feel most of that weight in your front leg, right? So really press into that back leg. Keep your chest up. Oh my goodness. Tuck those hips. Be feeling the core. And done. Whew. That's probably the hardest. Okay, one last word or two here, other side. And it's our bow and arrow, right? Open up, peaceful warrior in 3, 2, let's go. Bow and arrow. Peaceful warrior, you can straighten that front leg and then reset. Woo. So here it's a little bit of rotation, right? Nice and slow because you're opening up. We're closing and open. So a little rotation. Woo. Okay, arms are feeling that weight. Keep them nice and strong. If they're not feeling heavy, grab, by this point, if they're not feeling heavy, definitely grab something heavier. This should be starting to feel heavy, even though they're light. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. All right, so we got 2 more. We're gonna come back to that down dog plank chaturanga sequence, or maybe you just wanna do some chaturanga push-ups. Okay, 45 seconds. Ready, set, let's go. Down dog plank chaturanga. And you can come to that baby cobra before pressing yourself up to your down dog. So a couple different ways here to do it. Just be mindful of your back. Keeping that core nice and strong with whatever version you are doing, not speeding it up here. We have a little cardio burst coming up after this, so keep this nice and slow. Still in strength mode. Nice and slow, so you feel every muscle burning and working. That's why we say that. Woo. No cheating here. 3, 2, and 1, stand up. Okay, last one. Last one, we'll get a quick break and do a little cardio burst. Just to switch things up a little bit. So this is our lunge, but now with that left side. Right? Side reach. Left side or other side. Just make sure it's the opposite side of what you just did in that third round. So we're stepping back. We're reaching with that same side arm. It's going to this side though, reaching across. And then kick back. Big step back. Woo, side reach, keeping that core nice and strong. Elbows high, a little bonus tricep. Never hurt anyone, right? Keep going. Okay, you're gonna just hold this nice low lunge. Hold the lunge. And just go side reach, tricep, drop an inch lower. Side reach, tricep, drop an inch lower. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Take 30 seconds. Woo, grab some water. How we doing, ladies? You good? Okay, we're gonna do a quick little cardio burst. Okay. All low impact, side leap and reach. That's exercise 1. We do it for 30 seconds. And then we have overhead reach with the arms, and you're just stepping back here. Now you can add light weights to either of these, but not necessary. 3 times through 30 seconds. Our first one is starting as our side leap in 3, in 2, let's go. So little side leap, reach overhead. You can lift up on the balls of the feet. So a little cardio burst before we go back into some sculpting and strength. So today you get a little bit of both. Less than 10. Now, of course, if you are okay adding that jump, feel free to add it. 3, 2, and 1. You're only gonna get 5 seconds here in between. So next one, tap back and reach. Ready, set, go. 30 seconds. So I'm leaning forward slightly. You can see your arms at the corners of your eyes. It's like a jumping jack. But we're stepping back, reach and reach and reach. We're gonna make those arms feel heavy. Woo, keep it up, keep it up. Couple more seconds. And we're back to that side leap. In 3, in 2, shake it out, catch your breath. Back to that side leap. Maybe you got to balance this time. Let's go, 30 seconds. So you can have a little balance there if you want. We're gonna do plenty of balance after this, but just to show you a couple different options. Maybe you get really low, then really high. Five more seconds. Keep it up. And stop. 5 seconds. Our jumping jack, stepping back. Let's go. Okay, one more round after this. Hit and hit. Let's go. Boom. When we're done with this, we got 1 more minute here of work. After this round, we'll take a little break. Go back to the weights. Keep going. Almost there. Less than 10. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Okay, last one. Ready, set, side leap, go. Try to get from one end of your mat to the other. Maybe arms go to the side instead of overhead. More than halfway. Get that heart rate up. That's the goal here with the cardio. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath just for a few seconds, and then those jumping jacks. Ready, set. Here we go. Last cardio. Last cardio burst. Boom. Maybe you had punches and go in front instead, or you push. That overhead is a little too much on those shoulders. Just keep moving, come on. Boom, boom. Okay, I see Regina, she's punching, hit it, love it. Come on, let's go, less than 10. Boom. Get that heart rate up, a little sweaty. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and stop. Woo. Catch your breath. 30 seconds, and we're back to our yoga sculpt. We got one last circuit to do with some new movements. Keep moving. All right, first one. Woo. Again, light weights, tree pose. Okay, so a lot of balance here, tree pose. You imagine you're holding a beach ball. So once we're halfway, we'll add an extension and then come back in. Out and in. So that's your first one. We'll start by balancing on our right leg. Light weights, we're starting in 10 seconds. Warrior 3 will be after this. Then goddess pose and chair pose. So find your tree. And we're just gonna hold this one. So imagine you're also holding a beach ball in front of you. So from the side, I've opened up my left hip, right? Open up the left hip. Find that spot. Find a point in front of you to focus on. Shoulders down, chest up, you're holding that beach ball. Now you can start here. Then when and if you're ready, you can always slide that foot up for that tree pose. Standing legs slightly bent, keep holding it. Holding that beach ball. Getting ready for summer, right? Okay, now we're gonna take it out and in, just for the last 10 seconds, out and in. Open and close. Pull that belly button in. And done. Perfect. Okay, so now we have warrior 3 on that same leg. Okay. So we're gonna pulse 1, 2, and then we bring it in. Warrior 3. So a little more movement with this warrior 3. Go ahead and start with 1, 2, and then bring the knee to the chest. 2 little pulses, hinge, 1, 2. You can point or flex that foot. And then bring it back up. Maybe do this against the wall. So you're sort of adding a little pulse with the arms as well. Pendulum. And of course, you can tap that foot on the floor in between the knee to the chest and the full warrior three. Keep going. That last 10 seconds, we will hold the warrior three pose. You are almost there. Keep breathing. Okay, hold that warrior three and pulse for 10. Pulse. Palms can be up by your side. Just pulse and lift for 5, 4. Pulse. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, good job. Okay, goddess pose. We're gonna take it up, in, down, curl. Okay, so we're sort of adding a curl up at the bottom. Now this weight could be a little heavier. Open those hips, here we go, inhale, exhale. Now we hold, curl, lower, back in, and then come back up, okay? So your hands go on the outside of those legs. Keep going, right? Extend and in. Making sure we're not pushing those hips out, tucking them under. Nice and slow, pushing those knees out. Now if those hips are really tight, you can turn those feet in a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. Woo. But you wanna feel those inner and outer thighs. Less than 10 seconds. Should be feeling those biceps. Inhale and exhale, we got one more after this. Keep going. All right, awesome job, shake it out. Okay, now we have chair pose, pulse and twist. Okay, so here's our chair pose. We're gonna twist. Little pulse, other side. So we never come all the way up. Okay, we're gonna go each side. So start at the top, weights at your chest. We're gonna drop, twist to the right. Come up halfway, drop, twist to the left. So we never come all the way up. And the twist can just be as far as you can make it, right? You wanna make sure you're pushing your weight behind you. Try not to keep all of it towards the front, right? Once you go, wiggle those toes. Woo, and remember that twist is from your waist and not your hips. Keep going, my goodness. 12 seconds. Inhale, exhale, drop. So you just lift up maybe an inch or two, and then drop and twist again for 3, for 2, 1. Okay, let's do the other side. Ooh, round 2, there's 3 of these rounds, okay? Round 2 of 3. Tree pose now on the other side, okay? So open up that right hip, find your tree pose, hold. Now you can start with your foot on the floor, right? Hold that beach ball in front of you. Then if you're ready, find that spot. And we're just gonna hold. Focus on that point in front of you. Try to keep that focus to keep your balance. Chest up, shoulders down, arms should be feeling this. Now if it's straining your shoulders and just body weight, or maybe your hands stay right here. That works too. We're gonna open and close in just a second here. So holding that beach ball, inhale out, exhale in, out, and in, nice and tall for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Ooh, shake it out. Warrior 3 on the other side. So still working that same leg. You start with that knee to chest. Wait here, inhale. Exhale, you hinge. 2 pulses, and then come back. Go ahead and start knee to chest. Hinge, 2 pulses back. It's 1, lift 2, and then hinge back up, knee to chest. It's 1, lift 2. So the goal is to not touch the ground while you do this transition, okay? But it is tricky. Maybe stay close to the wall. I'm gonna flex my foot here just to get those hamstrings turned on a little bit. You wanna make that letter T with your body. You're gonna hold it in this pulse right here. Hold it in pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, pulse 6, 5, a little higher, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Awesome job, goddess pose. Feeling the sweat. We're gonna do goddess pose. Hold that squat and curl. Starting in just a few seconds. Open from those hips. Let's go, inhale. Exhale, we hold nice and low here. And then add that curl. So we really want those elbows in, extend them all the way down, and then all the way up. Woo. Just so you can really work those biceps. Keep going, ladies. We're so close to the end. Keep it up, because after this is our cheer pose, and then one final round of these three. And then we are done. Keep it up. Well, we'll do a final core challenge at the end. You got 10 seconds. Maybe get a little lower. Push those knees out and away. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, get ready for that chair pose. Remember, you only lift an inch or two, then come back down. We're starting in 3, in 2. Let's go, chair pose. So drop, twist, come back to center, lift up just an inch or two, drop again, twist the other direction. Remember, the twist is from your waist. Hips, knees, ankles should not move. So every once in a while, check in. Woo. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. I want you to imagine that I'm pulling your elbow. I'm sort of pulling you back. Okay, pulling that elbow back. So big reach and twist. We got less than 15 seconds. Big reach and twist here. Can you push your hips back a little lower? Keep going, almost there. Back is flat. 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, one more time through. This time we're going to switch halfway with that tree pose. Okay, so we're starting back on that first one. We'll do both sides, so it doesn't really matter which one. We're just going to hold. We're going to go out and in on one side. So find that tree pose and then right away. Out and in. Now this is a little too much. You can just hold your tree pose. We're about 20 seconds on each side. So it's a little less time. So I want you to work a little harder, right? Inhale and exhale. Can you grow a little taller? Woof. Open and close. Remember, you're holding that beach ball. One more on this side. Okay, let's switch. Go to the other side. Find that balance quickly, and then open and close. Open and close. Woof. Holding that beach ball. Let's go. Open and close. Point that toe. Open and close. You got about 6 seconds left. Nice and tall for 4. Fill the shake. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Woo. Good job. Okay, same thing for that warrior 3. Okay, we're gonna start with that right leg back. Okay, so we're just gonna pulse it, and then we're gonna switch halfway and pulse the other leg. So find that balance. You're just gonna hold it here for about 20 seconds, pulse and pulse. Doesn't matter what side we start with, we will do both. Just pulse and lift, pulse and lift. The time is shorter, but we're working a little bit harder, a little different intensity. Find that spot on the floor. Keep lifting for 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick switch. Woo. Under leg back, hold. Find that balance, hold it. And then start adding that pulse. Pulse and lift, pulse and lift, pulse and lift. Keep breathing. Almost there, less than 10 seconds. Pulse and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, shake it out. We got 2 more. Goddess pose. In 3, in 2. Let's go. Goddess pose, bicep curl. It's inhale and exhale. Keep going up and down. Can you get a little bit lower? For your final round, get a little bit lower here. Okay, I'm gonna work those biceps here a little bit differently. So come into your last squat. Hold it right here, flip those palms. I want you to do little kicks, extensions with those arms. Good, stay low, kick. So now we're feeling those biceps. You should be feeling a little bit more. Kick and kick, little extension, little bend, extend, bend, extend. Keep going for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Great job, everybody. Okay, we're gonna end with boat pose. This will be your final core. We're gonna do this instead of our chair pose. So come on down, boat pose. Last one for 45 seconds. This is how we end. Ready, set, go. Now maybe you squeeze the dumbbell if you want a little extra, or you hold the weights, hands by your side, okay? Palms facing in. Hold this here. Just find your position first. Maybe feet on the floor, but draw that navel in towards your spine. Maybe hands behind the knees, right? Hold this here. Now, if you want it harder, you can extend those legs straight, rip the abs a little bit more. Or maybe you lift that right arm on your inhale. Oh my goodness, exhale, lower, and then maybe switch. Left arm, inhale and exhale. Maybe open to the side. Open, oh my gosh, feel that shake and close. Other side, open and close for 3, hold it, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Done. Woo! Good job, ladies. Let's stay right here. Woo, let's find a butterfly stretch. Bring the soles of your feet together. Woo, push those knees out, nice and sweaty. Take a couple breaths. Move those weights off to the side. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take one more here in this butterfly. Go ahead and release, shake it out. All right, awesome job. Let's come into a child's pose, or feel free to grab a quick sip of water. And then when you're ready, come back into the back of your mat and just press all the way down onto those heels, finding that nice child's pose. Shifting your weight from right to left. Taking a couple more breaths here to let that heart rate come down. Get a nice stretch for those hips. One more breath. And then inhale, slowly come up to your tabletop. Same thing that we did in the beginning, our cat-cow. So inhale, you're gonna drop the belly, slowly, gently lift the chest and tailbone. And then exhale, round the spine. And then again, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. One more inhale and exhale. All right, let's go right into pigeon pose. Go ahead and take our left leg to the top. If pigeon pose doesn't feel good, you can do that figure 4 on your back, or that pretzel stretch we sometimes say. Hold this here. Now when you're ready, you can lower to those elbows. Get into a little deeper stretch for the hips here and glutes. Now we're ready to start our Monday. Nice start to the week. Oh, next Monday is a holiday, so no class. Go ahead and slowly come on up. Let's switch and do the other side. Other leg to the top. And then same thing when you're ready, lower those elbows. Take a couple breaths. Always so important to stretch our hips and lower back. They tend to be really tight, especially if we sit for work all day. Slowly come on up. Let's press up and back to downward facing dog. Let's get the back of those legs. So pedal out those heels. Press your chest towards your thighs, drop your head. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, let's come all the way down for quad stretch. So look over to your right side, relax that head, grab your right foot, press and hold. Trying to keep those knees close together. And go ahead and switch. Other side, same thing here. Really press those thighs into the mat. Nice, good stretch. And release. Bring those legs a little wider than your hips so you can lift up on your elbows for that Sphinx pose, or maybe baby cobra feels good. Just hanging out here for 2 more breaths. Getting a stretch for the back. One more breath. And slowly make your way down, press up and back. Let's come to a seated position. We'll do a twist here. So legs out in front of you, shake them out. You're gonna bring that right leg up and over. And we're gonna look over that right shoulder. So sit up nice and tall, using your hand or elbow to bring that knee closer to your chest as you twist over that opposite shoulder. Or that same shoulder actually, same side. Nice and tall. Slowly come back to the center, shake it out, other side. Left leg, look over that left shoulder. Nice and tall first. One more breath here. And back to the center. All right, let's roll up to standing. We'll finish with just one more stretch at the top. So slowly make your way up. Just want to get into that side body. So roll those shoulders. And then feet right under those hips. You're going to bring your arms all the way up. I want you to interlace your fingers, take them all the way up and over to that left side. So big, big stretch for that right side of the body. Big stretch pushing into that right foot. And then inhale back to center, exhale, other side. Same thing, big stretch here. Pushing into your left foot this time. Back to center, inhale. And exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, shake it out. All right, great job, ladies. Great job, everybody. Happy Monday.
Thank